You're watching the Business Channel, creating business class programs. CH&Co is a leading independent catering group founded in 1991. The largest part of the business is best known as Charlton House, and here with me is the CEO of the Business and Industry Division, Caroline Fry. Hello to you.
Good morning.
Now, how can FMs ensure that they really get the best value when they're looking for a catering partner?
There's good value for the clients and there's good value for the customers, and they need to make sure that that meets in the middle. Clients will be looking for the best they can from the money that they're spending for the subsidy, if there is a subsidy, and the customers will be looking at the best value they can from the money that they're handing over the counter. What makes us really special is the healthy eating part of our offer. I think it's invaluable in today's lifestyle that people eat well at work.
What should FMs look for in a catering company?
A lot of people are looking for the best cultural fit. I think a lot of caterers will do good food, but it's whether they can work with those people. I think also that you need to have a company that's very honest, someone that can tell you what you really need to have in your catering offer, and not tell you what you want to hear, but really advise you on what you should and shouldn't be looking for. And honesty is really important. You can't oversell and underdeliver.
Now, what are the key steps that an FM should go through when they're putting a catering contract out to tender?
It used to be very much a great big tender document at the beginning, and then you get to meet the teams later on, and it's really turned on its head that now they do a very quick pre-qualification questionnaire, and then they come out to site and see the team, see the food, and actually see whether what they see on the plate and the people they meet will really fit with what they want for their offer.
Now, how important are things like provenance and sustainability and traceability to your clients?
Provenance, definitely. People like to know where their foods come from. They like to know where we can it's British. They like to know where they can who's the farmer. They like to know that it's been procured as well as possible. And the animal welfare's at the heart of that. And I think if you have a Red Tractor accreditation associated with you like we do, you have a comfort factor that is the best that it can be.
So how can FMs check the competence of their suppliers, and how much due diligence should they do around this?
I think to go to trade publications or the BIFM networking facilities that they have, to be able to look at who's recommended. I think that's a really important way of looking at who's credible in the marketplace, who delivers on their promises, whose food speaks volumes, who has healthy eating at the forefront. You know, we have the IMS accreditations at Charlton House for quality, health and safety and environmental, and hopefully that shows that we have the foundations to be able to build on, and that they have the confidence that we are okay in those areas.
Now, how important do you think healthy eating is in the workplace? Because this is one of the things that sets your company apart.
Healthy eating has always been extremely important to us. We're feeding a lot of people every day, 3-5 times a week. We have an obligation to feed them as healthily as we possibly can when they're with us. Some have breakfast and lunch as well. So it's always been vitally important, and we have a well-being, being well concept that endorses that, to make sure that we are absolutely as healthy as possible, and that's low salt, low fat, fresh produce.
We make commitments to make food as healthy as possible. So, for example, with procurement, there's been a switch to lower salt, lower sugar baked beans. There's been a commitment to have 1% fat milk throughout the company, and switching to a particular type of rapeseed oil, which is higher in omega-3s. So these are things which happen across the company. And we have a wonderful website, which is a resource for people to use, which has lots and lots of information about healthy eating. But there's also the external pledges that are made. So, for example, signing up to the government's responsibility deal. And we've signed up to lowering salt, for example, and taking out trans fats. Now, they're commitments which were taken very seriously, and salt is an interesting one because we took lots of chefs down to Le Manoir Quatre Saisons, and we felt that actually hearing that message from a well-known chef like Raymond Blanc was very important. And of course the chefs came back and they were very inspired by that. And then the chefs went back, they taught their chefs, and this has gone down through the company now. And the result is that we've actually had a significant reduction in salt throughout the company, which we've been able to report back to the government. So committing to a pledge is one thing, but actually seeing it through is another, and I think we've done quite well with that.
Now, what is the business case for healthy eating, for feeding your employees healthier food?
It's a very big differentiator for us. A lot of our competitors talk about healthy eating as well, but we really do take it extremely seriously. So for a business case for us, it helps us win new business. And for the clients, they see the benefit that it's a real motivator for their customers. And if they're fed well throughout the day with good nutritious food, they will be more productive. And they see a benefit as well that it retains staff, it helps recruit staff, and it motivates staff. So it's a win-win for them. And I think they're starting to realise that more and more.
When well-planned nutrition interventions occur in companies, you can, for example, increase productivity by 1 to 2%, which may not sound much, but if you imagine a whole company's workforce improving their productivity by that much, it's very significant. There's also reductions in absenteeism because people are healthier, they take less time off work. I think it's all about educating people and letting them then make the choices. If you can perhaps explain to people that if they have porridge for breakfast, that's going to keep them all going all day, and they have a healthy version of, say, a fry-up, so it's more of a grill-up type breakfast, then that's going to be better for them, and the benefit is that they'll feel better and be able to work longer and harder. And also things like, for example, women who, lots and lots of women in the UK don't have enough iron in their diet, so simply by educating women to make healthier choices that are iron rich, we can improve stress levels, we can help to make them feel happier, their mood is better. So lots of ways in which good nutrition can impact productivity.
We're increasingly seeing more vegetarians, and how does Charlton House work with that?
We try not to call it vegetarian food because I think it just puts people into a pigeonhole. So what we talk about is just another meal of choice. 3 reasons really. 1, because it can be healthier most of the time. Also because it can be better sustainability. We know meat isn't very good for the environment and we have to be careful that we use meat sparingly. And also it can reduce the cost of that meal as meat is so expensive. So there's 3 wins when it comes to meat-free options.
And how important is innovation in your sector? Do you constantly have to have new dishes, new products in the pipeline?
Absolutely we do. You have to keep reinventing and changing the offer. We at Charlton House were the first caterer to have a Michelin-starred chef working for us full time. So we do like to really push the boundaries and come up with something that's a little bit different where the customers can really go, wow.
And finally, how do you see the contract catering sector developing over, say, the next 10 years?
Well, I hope people will understand the benefit more and more, and I think that's already starting to happen, that they see the benefit of paying a subsidy for their catering, because you do get what you pay for. But I think it will also be about quick options. People have less and less time for their lunch now, so it'll be quick, speedy food, a lot of street food, a lot of grazing food, and labour-efficient solutions in a small space will be definitely up there.
Okay, well, Caroline Fry, thank you very much.
Thank you.